in the process of, we're still in the home of Dr. Kim Warfield, and I'm now in the process of interviewing Michele Allen, who is actually an employee of the Shepherd's Place, the homeless shelter. And I just want to ask you a few questions, Michele, as to um, what is your function, and actually, what do you do at the Shepherd's Place?
My job title is front desk. But what do I do? I listen to women, I encourage women, I give them what they need as far as supplies.
It's okay.
I point them in the direction of things that they do need. I try to give them compassion and love.
What would you say that they are lacking at the shelter?
Um, Resources for the women.
What do you mean by resources?
Um, More programs for the women to be able to get on their feet. They don't have anything. A lot of women come in who can't read, and no one picks up on that. So they need programs to teach the women to read. They should have some type of schooling so the women can go get GEDs or whatever education they need. They need programs to show the women. Some women come in and just don't know how to be a woman. They need someone there to teach them how to be a woman. Things as far as just filling out an application, doing a resume, dressing for an interview. All these type of things are needed, for the women.
Right.
They need to know how to go in and be able to speak to someone to get an apartment, to get a job, to do the things they need to do to get back on their feet.
Right. And how many women are in the shelter that actually have families in there, that have their children in there? Percentage, I mean, is it from out of 100 percent? How is it, like 30% of women with kids, 20%, 50%?
I would say more like 50% of women with kids.
And what do they do for the kids at the shelter? Do
As
they have
far
any
as
programs or anything for
they have
the
nothing for the kids,
wow, wow.
nothing.
Not even. So what happens if the mothers decide to have a job? What do they do with the kids if they are under school age?
The mother has to find a babysitter.
And can the babysitter come outside of the premises, or do they have to be inside it? They have
No,
to
they
be.
have to be out. They have to be outside of the premises. A
Oh,
child cannot be on premises
wow,
without the mother being there.
wow, wow,
So it has to be. We have a mother now that has 5 children.
wow.
She works 2 jobs, and she has an outside babysitter.
So okay, so it's like daycare or something that they have to bring their kids to in
Yes.
order to work.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Daycare, babysitter. A lot of them work nights, and not only do they not have a on premises babysitter, they don't have transportation, and
Wow.
most of these women come in without transportation.
Wow. Wow. It's really a shame that me being the counselor at Shepherd's Place and listening to the issues and the problems of women, that they really do not have any kind of programs that will help these women to get up on their feet. And I hear the women talk about the different things that they don't do for them instead of the things that they do for them. What is it that you would say that, if you were the director, what is it that you would do differently in the shelter?
Differently, first I would train my staff better. That would be thing number one.
What do you
And
mean
to
by
be
training?
more compassionate towards the women. A lot of people aren't as compassionate towards the women as they should be. The women are in situations I don't know what put them there. It's not my concern what put them there. My concern is getting them from there to where they need to be.
Right.
So that would I would have a program so that the women could voice what their problems are and have the help. I would have educational programs for them. I would make things so they can transition from where they are to where they need to be. Some of them need medication, and in order to get their medication, a lot of them have to beg other people for the money.
Wow.
You know, I would make a program where you can get money. Have a program where you can get money to make sure everyone
Right.
has their medication.
Right.
Everyone's child had their medication.
Right.
I would set up daycare for the kids for the working mothers.
Right.
I would have resources where they could go in and learn how to become better parents, because a lot of the young women that come in don't know how to be parents. They're in a situation and all they do all day is yell at their kids.
Wow.
So I would teach them how to um, like a Planned Parenthood, so they could learn to be parents. There are a lot of things out there that these women need, and as a director, I would sit down first and foremost and figure out what they need and how to make it work for them,
Right.
rather than they do offer them housing,
Mhm.
they offer them 3 meals a day, they offer them clothes, and
Right.
they offer them um, toiletries and things like that, which are great because they need them.
Right.
But they also need programs to get them from where they are. I've heard a lot of the women come in and they need to go to one of the state service centers for something, but they don't have coffee. I would make sure that dot cards were provided for them, and
Right.
the different. I would find out the needs of the particular
Right.
and work from there.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to add, Michelle, before our interview is completed?
I hope some of the people you're contacting hear what's being said, because we do need more transitional homes for the women. We do need people out there helping the women, opposed to putting women and children back on the street. So I want to know, or I want to find out what it is we can do to help these women go from point A all the way to point Z without stopping in the middle.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now,